This is episode 27 of the Online Playmaker Sessions with stay-at-home mom, attraction marketing queen, and self-professed digital dingbat, Diane Hochman.
Welcome to the Online Playmaker Sessions. This is the place for the latest what's working now strategies from the best online playmakers, the top marketers, the rising stars who are making it happen right now. Every week, you'll get real, actionable lessons that you can take and apply immediately in your business, delivered in short 20-minute sessions. Our focus is your results. Here's your host, entrepreneur, world-class trainer, and marketing strategist, Norbert Orliewicz.
Hello, online playmakers. If this is your first time tuning into the Playmaker Sessions, thank you for choosing us, and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, and if you prefer video, our YouTube channel at onlineprofitplaybook.tv. As with all of our episodes, we have all the show notes, transcripts, and actionable tips over on the blog. Just head over to www.onlineprofitplaybook.com. You'll also be able to get access to my complimentary 5-video tutorial series on building the proper foundation for your online business, as well as several other free trainings, including my Instant Income Multiplier tutorial. And if you're ready to multiply your results fast, check out the premium membership of our Online Profit Playbook, where our guests open up their closely guarded playbooks and walk you step by step through the exact marketing funnels and sales process they use to build their audience, grow their influence, and make sales. Get the coveted Online Profit Playbook today. Just head over to onlineprofitplaybook.com and join the Playmakers. Diane Hochman is the founder of the Home and Small Business Network, a worldwide organization committed to helping people build profitable and sustainable businesses. Diane has been a stay-at-home mom and marketer for the past 16 years. Starting from scratch with homemade how-to booklets and brochures, she built a mail-order business in the network marketing industry with a health and nutrition company. Since then, Diane has expanded into affiliate marketing, coaching, information marketing, training, and speaking. Today, the Home and Small Business Network is one of the most respected sources for quality training, honest information, and putting the fun back in business fundamentals. Diane has won numerous awards, trips, cash prizes, spoken on stage at major industry events, and with 2 multi-six-figure launches under her belt, Diane has conquered all facets of running a successful home business. Today, her focus is on paying it forward to the next generation of marketers who yearn to find the freedom that Diane has created for her family. This week's online playmaker, Diane Hochman. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is episode 27 of the Online Playmaker Sessions, and this is going to be a very special episode. It's always an honor and a pleasure and just a good time to hang out with the one and only Diane Hochman. Diane, how are you this morning?
I'm awesome, Norb. How are you? Good to be here.
I'm really good, and I'm fired up because you're fired up because you've just had an amazing week. You've got a lot of things going on in your business and in your life. You've had an awesome experience that I'm hoping you're going to share some great wisdom with us. And I'm just fired up to chat with you for like 30 minutes and catch up because we haven't talked in a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so let's jump right into this. Now, for those of you that are listening to this podcast right now and you don't know who Diane Hochman is, I think we need to give a little bit of a backstory because your story is incredible. I actually just read your latest Facebook post. I was just on your profile page, and you wrote this thing about if you told me when I got started that I would be connecting with these amazing people like Gary Vaynerchuk and Marlon Sanders and all these incredible marketers, and you were just a housewife just trying to pay the bills when you got started. It really is an incredible story, Diane. And so I just want you to take us back to the beginnings and your start, how you got involved in this industry and how your life has changed.
you ever think the universe is guiding you? It was sweet serendipity. I didn't know I was allowed to have a home business. I didn't know what a home business was. I bought some products from my husband's cousin. He invited me to a meeting. I thought I was going like to a Weight Watchers meeting. We were going to discuss our feelings. It turned out to be an opportunity meeting. And I sat there and I watched the people walking across the stage and I said, this is it. This is my solution. We were $40,000 in credit card debt. I had 2 little kids. I had left my job and forgot they stopped paying me. So I kept spending like I still had the job. And I wasn't looking for a business, but I got in front of it and I said, this is going to be a solution for me. And that's how I got into the industry in 1999.
Now, let's talk about some of the challenges, because you've been in this industry for so long now. I want to find a balance here in this conversation between, sort of talking about where you are now and what you're doing in your business, but also talking about, a lot of the new people and the struggling marketers that are watching this video and, what they should be focused on. So let's stick with the beginning here, your beginning, your starts in this industry. What were some of the challenges that you faced that you had to overcome as a housewife who didn't even want a business, getting into this industry?
It started out pretty easy because they gave me directions and they said, make a list and invite everybody over. And my cousin had incredible product result because he had lost so much weight. And so I just invited everybody over. I let him do the talking and everybody handed me a check. So the first day I made money and I was like, this is great. But then of course it was October and by Christmas time, everybody was back to eating cheesecake and, and stuffing their faces with ham and turkey and everything. And so that momentum that I had started with died. And people find it hard to believe today, but I was very shy. So the idea of just prospecting, I was, being taught some lines to go use at the supermarket or the mall. Well, one, I had 2 little kids. So it was like really hard because I had all this stuff going on. One of them was in kindergarten. So I only had like 3 hours to run out. I had another baby, like, spitting up and pooping. So the idea of prospecting between me being shy and, the kid situation was very difficult. Then they talked about doing house parties, but that took me out of the house at night, which was exactly what I didn't want. I wanted to be with the kids. Then I was taught to buy leads and call them, except I was afraid to talk to them. So I had a lot of things I had to overcome, and learn marketing. That's really what happened, Norbert. I decided, why not become a professional marketer?
Okay, so those are a lot of, the same challenges that I hear from lots of people, that I come in contact to that are in this industry. Maybe they're a little bit introverted, maybe they're, reserved, maybe they're, we talk about marketing, maybe they're afraid to get on camera like this, get in front of people, put themselves out there in the marketplace, deal with rejection, deal with the technical issues of online marketing now. There's so many things that come up, so many of these challenges that come up. How do you guide people? What advice do you give them to get them over those hurdles? Because there are potentially so many.
Yeah. I like to teach people to become promoters first, as opposed to the spokespeople, as opposed to the person who's going to do the talking, because that's really what a lot of people are afraid of. I know I was afraid somebody would ask me a question that I couldn't answer. And back then I hadn't learned the incredible words called, I don't know, let me find out. Back then I didn't know those words. I was afraid that somebody would reject me if I said, I don't know, let me find out. So, becoming a promoter and learning how to point people to presentations, as opposed to thinking that we need to be all of it from day one, is a big, step in how I take people from, novice to, professional. And that's what I did. Think about it. My first success was putting people in front of my cousin. I didn't do the talking. I just sat there and took the money. And I still do that to this day.
Okay, so let's transition now a little bit here, because you got your start in network marketing years ago, traditional network marketing, house parties, prospecting, all that kind of stuff. But now you're known as the online marketing, attraction marketing queen, Diane Hochman. What was that transition like? Why did you come online? What was the need for it? What did you see? And also take us back sort of like when you came online. And what did you see with online marketing that you felt was important? Because back then there was a lot of network marketers that were completely against online marketing. So
still are.
and still are in 2016. I still find that hard to believe. It's amazing. But What did you see back then? Because you're a veteran in network marketing, but you're a veteran online as well now.
Yeah. Well, I first got online early on, before social media existed, and I discovered a new tool called an autoresponder. And I was the bad girl that was using an autoresponder that I got yelled at for. And that revolutionized my business because it gave me an incredible amount of leverage. And it's still the foundation today of the list building that I teach, because I just started gathering people and getting them into my autoresponder, because I figured out that if I prospected someone, I could talk to them once a quarter maybe without becoming a pest. But if I got them on a newsletter, I could talk to them every single day and be very carefully telling them stories and inviting them to different things. And when the timing was right, I would be at the top of their mind. So we started doing that probably about 2002, 2003. And it was crazy because autoresponders cost a lot of money back then and they were newfangled, but I found it as a solution with a lot of my issues. I could always invite someone to a great newsletter, but it was really hard for me to pitch someone. I just wasn't comfortable with it. So I just started getting them in the newsletter and pointing them towards stories and content that would cause them to take an interest.
Wow, I didn't realize you got started with autoresponders back in 2002, 2003.
Yeah. And then 2005 came and the magical blog was born. Yes. 2006 came and video marketing came out. Yeah. YouTube was born. Yeah. And I knew it was my shot. Norbert, I knew that from the corner of a dining room table, a housewife had a shot to be seen around the world, and I took the shot.
So many questions come up at this point here. Okay, so I'm trying to follow your sort of your business growth here. So YouTube comes out 2006, 2007. Okay, explain to network marketers maybe that are watching this that haven't completely embraced online marketing or attraction marketing. Maybe just share with us as a new network marketer looking at this for the first time, that doesn't see the vision, doesn't see what you saw back in 2002, right? Explain to them how you leverage online marketing properly to build a network marketing business, or any business for that matter.
My good friend Lisa Grossman, who I know you know of, international, mega earner in this industry for many, many years, explains there's three markets that we have. One is hot market. This is our friends and our family and the people that generally we wouldn't want in our business because they would drive us crazy, but they will buy something from us, right? Mom, sister, cousin Sally, sister Sue, whatever, they'll buy something for us. Then there's the warm market. Network marketing is a warm market business. I don't care what technology comes out. It's Snapchat, right now, and Instagram and this and that. Network marketing is a warm market business. I'll explain that in a minute, why it's so important. And then there's the cold market, complete strangers. And certainly plenty of money can be made in cold market, but it's a higher skill set because you really have to get good at copy. You really have to have good sites that convert. You have to understand a lot more about marketing and internet marketing. It's more of an investment, and usually there's a lot of advertising involved. So warm market was always the foundation of network marketing because it would be inviting people that you had, and here's the key, a trust factor with. Your dry cleaner would see you every week. So when you invited him, he probably, he might have said no, but often he'd just say, yeah, I'll take a look, just out of courtesy to you. Well, video marketing, audio as well, but the internet gave me the ability to create a trust factor. And there's a great book, Stephen Covey Jr., The Speed of Trust. If people read it, they'll understand why it's so effective. When you build a trust factor with people, and video allows you to do that. I mean, I feel like we're literally across the continent right now, and I feel like I'm sitting with you. Yeah. And everybody who's watching us right now feels like they're sitting with us. It's like we're just sitting in your house, Norb. Yeah. So the trust factor and creating a warm market, I define warm market as far as marketing as people who know you or people who feel like they know you. Mm-hmm. So I was able to explode onto the scene with a lot of content and create a massive warm market of people that either knew me or felt like they knew me. And the speed of trust took over. So people would literally go sign themselves up. People would call me up and talk to me like they were my best buddy. I had never met them before, but they felt comfortable calling me. It's like, how many people want to call someone up to have them pitch their program? Nobody does, but people were calling me all day. Hey, can you tell me about what you're doing? I didn't even need to mention the name of the program or what I was doing. People were calling me up. I'm really interested in working with you. What are you working on? Let me get you a presentation. Then I'd zip my lip, here, go watch this video. They were in. Stupid.
Now, here's the really unique thing about this, because, and I loved your explanation of that. It's perfect. But here's the unique thing about the internet is we're building a warm market of people that know us, but we don't necessarily know them. That's the power, because you're building an audience. And I think that's one of the things where network marketers, traditional network marketers, maybe still get hung up on it, is they think that a warm market is people that you know.
And that's why that new definition for this millennium takes on a whole new meaning. It's people who know you or people who feel like they know you.
Yeah. And how many times, that was one of the big breakthroughs for me. And I remember this vividly. I actually get like a physical, emotional, bodily sensation of this memory. The first time that I heard somebody come up to me and say, Norbert, I've been watching your videos. I feel like I already know you.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting, Norbert? This isn't new. It's not like we made it up, because go watch QVC or Home Shopping Network or whatever. And my aunt believes she knows David Venerable, who's a QVC.
Right.
She's busy telling me about David's recipe. I'm like, who's David? Oh, David Venerable, of course. He's like a host.
Yeah, first name basis.
And this has been going on for decades, that people have that trust relationship with certain hosts on TV and they buy from that host. It's no different, except we can do it from our kitchen table. We can do it from our phone when we're taking the kids for a walk.
This is the amazing thing of the internet. And that's what I got from, your post on Facebook today. And I hope that people really get that, is how much the internet has just leveled the playing field, that a housewife, a stay-at-home dad, a stay-at-home mom from their kitchen table can literally build an audience around the world of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of people who know, like, and trust you.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Okay, let's talk about some practical things here as far as, that's an amazing vision. It's an incredible vision, okay? But how do we get started? What do we focus on? I see so many marketers, network marketers, and marketers come into this industry and they get online and there's an onslaught of information.
You think?
It's so hard to navigate. There's so many programs, opportunities, training courses, gurus, social media strategies and platforms, everybody telling you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this. And I see marketers getting led down so many different paths, and it ends up being confusing, overwhelming, and they end up getting frustrated. They end up spending way too much money, not getting any results. And 6 months later, they feel like they're, 10 years behind where they could have been if they just, did the traditional route, right? What's your advice to those people? What are the fundamentals? What are the basic things that we should be focused on so we can get rid of all the noise out there?
The first thing is, I wanted to give you guys a little piece of wisdom that my mentor gave me, and it changed my life. He said, if you would only do what you already know how to do, things would change. If you only do what you already know how to do, things would change. Now, here's why. Because if you do what you know how to do, and I'll break that down in a second, you're either going to get really good or you'll get frustrated and evolve. Okay, frustrated and then evolve, find more leverage. For example, I was writing individual emails. When I found an autoresponder, I found out that I could write to a bunch of people at once. That was an evolution. When I found out that I could talk to people in front of a group somewhere, it was great. When I found out that I could take a camera out and videotape it and it could serve me for years on end, that was an evolution. But doing what I already knew how to do was the key, because everybody thinks that the thing is some secret code that they have to learn and they have to figure out. And they really believe that their success is outside of them. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's not. So there's 3 steps that I follow to this day. Norbert, I've taken my business from a couple of bucks to hundreds of thousands of dollars doing the same 3 things. Everybody who meets me or talks to me goes, it can't be that simple. You're lying. There's something else you do. And I'm not lying. Now, I will say that I've done this for a long time, so I'm really good at these things, but there's absolutely nothing complicated about my model. The first thing is that I meet 10 people inside the space every day. I don't prospect them. I don't try to get them. I'm looking to meet people. My goal is to meet every single person that has a home business. Now, it's hard to do. It's a lot of people, right? But on any given day, just on Facebook, I mean, I can go on YouTube and look up people who made a video about network marketing in the last 24 hours. I can meet them. Hey, great video. What's going on? What are you working on? Whatever. The key here is to not have an agenda when you're meeting them. So I'm ever expanding what will be my warm market. Okay. The next thing I do is I create a piece of content. Could be a written piece, could be a video, could be an audio. So today it could even be some memes or different things, which are images with, with words on them or something like that. I'm always creating something, and I'm building a vast library of content that's giving me real estate on the internet, and I'm promoting that content. Now, what's neat is over time, you start to have a lot of stuff. You can pull stuff out of, the archives. It's like leftovers. I'm a housewife, hey, on Monday I made this, on Tuesday I made this. Well, on Wednesday, I'm going to take what I made on Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to combine it together, and now I'm going to make something new. So I'm always pulling out old pieces, and that really gives me the ability to be lazy, travel, have fun, because I've built this library. I've been very consistent about it. And then the last thing I do is I do have a personal newsletter, and I am always inviting people on all my videos, on all my pieces, everywhere else. I'm just saying, hey, I have a great newsletter, could really help you out. Let me get your name and email. I do it manually, and I do it on the internet. If I meet someone and I think I can help them, now I don't push it on them if I don't think they're interested, or, it won't help them. I don't offer it. But everybody else I talk to, 99% of the people are looking for help. They're all struggling. I go, hey, I have a great newsletter. I send out a lot of great tips to really help you out. Let me put you on it. There's an app you can have on your phone. You can be talking to someone, you type it right in with your finger, thumb it up, voila. So building a list doesn't have to be complicated. Now, there are cool ways to do it and fancier ways to do it, of course. But those are the three things I do every day. I can't go to bed if I haven't met 10 people. I can't go to bed if I haven't created my piece of content. And I can't go to bed if I haven't written my list, right? So I build it and I write it. And when I write it, I'm inviting them to all different things, sharing content with them, but also inviting them. Hey, we have a webinar going on this. Well, during the webinar, guess what they're hearing about? Something that they can buy. During the training, during the video that I send them out, guess what they're hearing about? Something that they can buy. And they're literally exposing themselves to the things that they are interested in, while they don't feel like they're being solicited or bothered, which I have people that have been on my list for 10 years, Norbert. They don't leave.
Yeah. That's amazing. I want to get back to that because I think there's something really important we need to talk about there. But before we get there, let's just talk about content for a second. What's really interesting is you're the 26th marketer now that I've interviewed, and every single marketer I ask, what was the big breakthrough for you? What was the big breakthrough? And what I want to know is specifically, what were the action steps that they took that helped to create a breakthrough? And to no surprise, actually, the number one answer, every single one of them so far has said, I started creating content. Yeah. I started creating videos. I started creating content. Yeah. So it's safe to say that creating your own content is probably one of the most important things that you could start doing if you want to create a breakthrough in your business today. But I also see that it's a big challenge for people to do that. I mean, there's 101 excuses that people come up with to not do it. I'm not ready. I don't know enough. I don't have the results. All the excuses. What can you share with people to help them get over their hurdles, get over their objections, get over their excuses today, and get out there tomorrow and start creating content? Because I just did an interview yesterday with a 23-year-old who started creating content at 21, not knowing anything about this industry, without any results. And for him, it was just completely easy. And then I see these, adults, 40 years old, with amazing experiences, amazing successes in their life, and they're hung up and they can't start creating content. Diane, what's your...
Am I allowed to be me? Am I allowed to...
Oh, Diane, that's the only reason I have you on.
If you don't want to make content, you just don't want it. I could sit and try to convince you, but again, the core of attraction marketing and what I'm all about is locating the people that want something now, as opposed to trying to convince anybody that doesn't want something. I love to have you in my, watch my content. I'd love to have you in any of my classes. I'm going to treat you like royalty, but it's like a natural process, Norbert. It's like, you just get an urge. And until the urge is there, trying to convince you to do it, it's when serving people becomes bigger than what your hairdo looks like. It's when, saying something that will help another person becomes bigger than, your nose. That's when it happens. And until somebody really does a little bit of self-development to decide, I have something I want to share, I have something I want to say, there's a person behind me that needs me to reach out my hand, there's nothing really to tell them. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. It's just the truth. You have to want it. And if you want it, but you're not doing it, you don't really want it. You're just kind of fantasizing about it. And that's okay, because I used to fantasize. So fantasizing and being and kind of keeping in the game and hanging on to the bone is good. I encourage it. But at some point, you just got to go, that's it. Whip out your phone, turn on the camera, say something and upload it. Close your eyes, hit the button and upload it. And that's it. So I'm sorry, I'm not a convincer.
And you know what, Diane, it starts with that first one. It starts with that first one because it just gets easier. It really does. I remember the first few videos I made, they were horrible. We all say that, right? We've all been there.
They're so bad. My first one, you still can go to my YouTube channel and find it. And it's so awkward and it's so this and that. And the quality was terrible back then. And we were just doing what we knew how to do. And again, if you would only do what you already know how to do, everybody knows how to give advice. Most people give it when nobody wants it, right? Everybody knows how to give advice. Give a tip. Just give advice. And don't worry about those that are ahead of you. Worry about those that are behind you. What did you learn today that would help someone out who's behind you, who started a week? Because if you've been around for a week, you know more than, the guy. And if you've taken any courses or you're plugged into, your site and your podcast, you know more than most. Yeah. The question is, will you share it?
Yeah, exactly. All right, time is flying by here. Let's talk about conversions. I'm going to use a internet marketing term, conversions.
Yeah.
One second, I got notifications popping up here. I'm going to use an internet marketing term, conversions, right now, but it's not really about conversions. It's much more about engagement. You say that you're a master list builder. You've created engagement with your list. And you and I know it's not about the size of the list, it's the relationship that you have with the list, right? And that's the way that you're going to create sales and sign up new distributors and get those conversions. So what's your advice for helping people increase conversions and increase engagement? Because I hear this all the time from so many new marketers that start generating leads. I've got leads, but I'm not making any sales, right? How do you bridge that gap to actually having people engage with you and create sales, which is what we're all looking for?
You guys have Walmart up in Canada? You do, right?
Yeah.
You have Costco?
Yep.
Okay. You ever hear somebody say, I hate going in Walmart or Costco because I always spend too much money?
Mm-hmm.
They always say that, right? They always say, I just hate going in there because I always come out spending $300, whatever.
Yeah.
Here's why. When you walk into Costco, when you walk into Walmart, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of options, and you're being exposed time and time again to all kinds of cool stuff that you might like to buy. And what happens is you start picking it up and you start buying it, and then you get to the cash register and you realize you probably got more than you were planning on. But you do it anyway. You swipe the card and you go out the door. Well, when you build a list, you're able to expose, and that's the key word, expose people all the time. You're able to invite and expose. And that's what Walmart does. That's what, any big department store does, is they lay out everything and they expose you to it. I'm constantly exposing people to offers and letting them touch and pick and feel what they want. So one guy wants to learn about Facebook. Another guy is all hot on Snapchat. Some people are afraid of Snapchat right now. Hot new medium. Some people are like, bring it on. Other people are like, I can't be on that. I'm not here to convince anybody which one's right for them. I'm just going to keep putting things in front of them, not in a heavy duty sales way, but in a content way where they're going to pick and choose what they want. So Gary Vaynerchuk, who I just spent some time with, said the best way to sell is to not ask at all. And I know that sounds crazy because in network marketing, we're taught go for the no, ask. I just expose, build a relationship until they just go ahead and buy themselves.
Now, I can see some people getting confused here because, you're telling people that you're putting them in front of all these different offers.
Mhm.
That sounds really salesy. How is that not salesy?
Because when you're writing a letter and you're telling a story and then inviting them to come hang out on a webinar where they're being exposed, maybe it's a training webinar, but at the end there's an offer, or maybe it's a company event where we're going to hear the story of Sally who just hit her 100-pound mark, and she's lost 100 pounds and changed her life forever. And Sally's going to talk tonight. It's not salesy at all. It's come hear about Sally. She's incredible. She's going to tell her story tonight. Mm-hmm. And then the person who says, I need to lose a few pounds goes, they hear it. And by the end of the call, they're compelled to buy. So I'm not pitching them as much as telling stories and exposing them to interesting things. Just like in Walmart, they're not pitching you. There's nobody in the aisle going, try this, try this, try this. It's just there. And it's really neat because if you write a letter properly, you have so many different ways, or do a video properly. The by the way or the PS is the magic. Oh, by the way, there's a cool new software that came out today. It's really neat. If you're into video marketing, you might want to check it out. I'm going to do a webinar for anybody grabs it on Tuesday.
Right.
Oh,
so, yeah.
They go look at the presentation. You never pushed it. You're just helping them.
Right. It's about the delivery. Now, on that note as well, speaking now specifically to the network marketers, this is where I see, again, another one of those, gaps to jump over with traditional network marketers coming into affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketers get this. You
Mm-hmm.
build an audience and you expose them to different offers. Mm-hmm. Network marketers, however, are told, here's our company, promote our company, don't promote anything else, right? Stay focused on one thing, But now you're telling people, come online, build a list, and promote lots of different offers.
You know what? Here's what's interesting, Norbert. If I'm in a network marketing company and I have multiple product lines, I grew up in a big network marketing company. One day I'm telling stories about, sports nutrition, and another day I'm telling a story about a weight loss, and another day I'm telling a story about somebody who used to be illiterate and used to, carry around boxes, and now they're making, great money, without income claims, doing the story properly. But so you have lots of options, most of you, even within your traditional network marketing company, because it's all story based. Think about it. When you go to an opportunity meeting or you go to a Super Saturday, all they do is tell stories the whole day. And then they go, by the way, a new product just came out, and everybody runs to buy the product. They didn't really have to sell it. They just tell you, hey, it's cool. And this is what happened to Sally when she took it. Everybody wants it. So you can do this in straight network marketing. You can do this if you want to bridge out and create some different revenue streams. I mean, I'm a big fan of people learning, spending a couple of years in traditional network marketing to learn a certain skill set, to learn how to present, to learn how to this. But what I'm not a fan of is somebody not honing their marketing skills so that they're limited in what they can do. I know if I break my leg and I can't go out prospecting, I could sit at my computer all day long. I know I can do it on the bed. I can do it on the couch. I can do it when I'm in Hong Kong. I can do it wherever I go. And if my computer's broken, I can do it from here. I can type a letter from here. I can do it. Stories. It's all stories.
I love it. And I think that is the key takeaway there, Diane, is stories, understanding how to communicate. And that's really what marketing is all about. And I think that's a skill. I mean, it's a skill that all of us can learn. And I think it's one of the most valuable skills that we can, invest the time and the money and the energy to actually develop for ourselves. I love it. Diane, thank you so much. I love spending time with you, and I just love listening to your wisdom and your experience as a veteran in this industry and just all the experiences that you've had. I wanted to, before we wrap this up, I wanted to talk about this event that you just had with Gary Vaynerchuk in New York, and we didn't get around to it. And I knew we would, we've talked about so many great things.
5 minutes, just take really quick.
Just 5 minutes, really quick. Just share with us some of your big takeaways from the event, because I know it was life-changing, and I know that for the people in the room, it was absolutely incredible. But maybe just give us a little tidbit of what that event did for you and the people that were there.
I'm usually a pretty fired up girl, Norbert. Pretty fired up. And the passion on this man and his belief systems, his philosophies, it just got me more fired up than ever. Living, breathing example of what is possible for all of us. Being somebody who's, high in their ethics, high in their family values, high in all the things that I value. And what I loved best about the event was how I wrangled to get it. You know, it cost $75,000 to $100,000 to book this guy. And I got him to come into a room in New Jersey with 30 people. And everybody's like, how did you do that?
Yeah, that was my question for sure.
Yeah. The secret is always, if you get to know what's of the highest value to someone, that's always the secret. And because he was launching his new book, Ask Gary V, I knew that the promotion of the book was paramount to him. And I just tweeted him and I said, how many books to get you to come talk to a group in Jersey, local, easy in, easy out? I got a tweet back within 3 minutes. We worked it out, got books, distributed them through friends and contacts. And that's where your warm market comes in and all those people that, you know, will help you out. And we got everybody to get some books, and whoever can make the event live, great. And everybody else, you know, got their books and all this different stuff. So now, if I had done this a year from now, I couldn't have gotten him. There's no way. There's no way. So it's just about knowing and understanding what's important to people and then turning around and hitting them at that right moment. It's a patience. And that's the same in our network marketing and home business lives. You know, somebody who it's not a right match for today, tomorrow, Eric Worre calls it high noon. Something changes in their life and tomorrow's high noon. You want to be at the front of their mind and have a relationship so that when the time comes, they're looking at you. So I just knew that there was something that was important to him right now, and it was a sweet serendipity opportunity. Plus, it was my birthday, and I wanted to do it for my birthday. So.
Yeah, beautiful timing. Beautiful timing, the way it worked out. Amazing, amazing stuff. Diane, thank you so much. Honor to have you here. I look forward to hanging out with you. Are you going to be at No Excuses?
I will not be there, but I will see you in August in Austin. We'll sweat a little bit together down there.
Absolutely.
Nice and warm.
In August in Austin. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Diane, thank you so much again. Really, really appreciate you being here, taking the time out of your busy schedule and your life to get on this podcast and share your wisdom. I know it's going to help a ton of people who are going to listen to this. So thank you so much again.
My pleasure.
All right, everyone. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next week for another episode. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this week's Playmaker session. If you love the session, subscribe now to our YouTube channel so you never miss our weekly episodes. Be sure to also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Just type in Online Playmakers in the search bar and click subscribe, and be sure to leave a 5-star review. All of the episodes, show notes, transcripts, resources, and bonuses are available on the blog over at onlineprofitplaybook.com, along with several bonus free tutorials I've created for you as well. Your fast track to results is to follow the Playmakers. You can download their closely guarded playbooks and follow them step by step to grow your influence, build your audience, and create results in your business right now. Head over to onlineprofitplaybook.com and join the Playmakers to get full access today. Thank you again for joining us today, and be sure to tune in next week as we bring you another power-packed session with the top Playmakers online. This is Norbert Orliewicz signing off.